You're not born in Sparta, you're auditioned. Before you even open your eyes, you're held up by grizzled old men whose job is to judge newborns like sheep at a market. One glance at your arms, your legs one tiny imperfection, and it's a one-way trip to Mount Tagitas. The original thanks for playing. Lucky you. You're sturdy enough to pass. Welcome to childhood in the world's toughest boot camp. Your first bath isn't warm water and soft cloth. Nope, it's wine. Some say it builds strength, others say it weeds out the weak. Either way, your baby skin burns and your lungs fill with the sting of grape. This is what passes for affection. Other Greek kids get coddled with toys and lullabies. In Sparta, your crib mobile might as well be tiny swords dangling above your head. When you fuss, your mother doesn't cushy points at the mountain where bad babies go. You'll learn quickly, comfort is a privilege, not a right. From ages 0 to 7, your world is simple. Sleep alone, tough it out, and never cry.
Agnes
Is a training partner, not an enemy. Your mother teaches you not with stories, but with hard stares and lessons that look suspiciously like chores. Even playtime is a contest of strength. Can you outlast the neighbor kid in a test of wills? Don't whine, she says. Real Spartans never whine. On your 7th birthday, you get the best present Sparta has to offer, a swift boot out the door. Home is no longer your home. Say hello to the agoge, the most infamous school system in history. Instead of a warm bed and gentle tutors, you get a shaved head, a scratchy red cloak, and a year's supply of hunger. They call it education, call it survival. Every day is drills, drills, and more drills. Weapons training, wrestling, running until your legs are jelly. Meals are intentionally small. The instructors want you hungry enough to steal. In fact, thievery is part of the curriculum. Steal well, and you eat. Get caught, and you face a beating. But the real lesson isn't about food. It's about stealth, cunning, and never making excuses. You form your first friendships, but don't get comfortable. These boys are your future squad in battle, sure, but also your competition for honor and glory. Teamwork is survival, but so is knowing when to outshine the kid next to you. Every day is a test of strength, nerve, and quick thinking. Evenings bring a rare, softer side of Sparta, music lessons. It's not because your instructors want you to find your inner poet, no. It's about rhythm and discipline, learning to move. As one, you memorize chants, practice marching songs, and realize in Sparta, even art is war. Bedtime? Forget it. You sleep on beds of reeds, exposed to cold.
Art
That thin cloak is all that stands between you and a freezing night. You shiver and think of home, but Spartan pride keeps you silent. Crying is forbidden. By your teens, you're officially an expert in suffering. Your body is scarred, your stomach always empty, and your mind razor sharp. Now the challenges ramp up. The whipping contests arrive, public spectacles where boys compete to withstand lashes at the altar of Artemis Orthia. The record is lasting until you faint. Some never get up again. If you show weakness, everyone knows. The older you get, the more brutal the games. Real swords replace wooden ones. You march for miles, drill for hours, and learn the art of war until it's as natural as breathing. Failure, it means pain. But survival means something more. Pride, camaraderie, and a place in Spartan legend. And somewhere in that hardship you find belonging. You and your fellow trainees are closer than brothers. You've learned to trust, to fight, to laugh at pain. Spartan youth isn't about childhood joy, it's about forging steel out of flesh and willpower out of tears. One day, you'll face even harder trials. But for now, as you fall asleep hungry and bruised, you know this much. You've survived. Another day. In Sparta, that's more than most. If you thought childhood was tough, adulthood in Sparta is a whole new arena. At 20, your next trial begins, the Cryptia. Think of it as a mix between ninja boot camp and secret police training, only with more mud and less sleep. You and a handful of the toughest are sent out at night, armed with nothing but a dagger. And your cloak, your job, keep the helot slaves in check. Failure isn't just a bad grade. It could mean death. You live off the land, sleep in caves, and become a ghost in your own country. Marriage is complicated. You're told to take a wife, but you can't live with her yet. That would be soft. Real Spartans visit at night, sneaking into your own home like a burglar. If you're caught, you get another lesson in humility and pain. By 30, you're finally a full citizen. You can live at home, tend your land, and eat at the men's mess. But the price is eternal readiness. Spartan society runs on the principle that every man is a soldier first and everything else a distant second. Your life is a series of inspections, drills, and public meals, where one missed payment for your share of the infamous black broth can cost you citizenship. Your family runs your land. You command loyalty with discipline, not by lifting a finger yourself. Even now, comfort is a stranger. You train, drill, and stay fit because you know the next war is always on the horizon. Old injuries ache, scars crisscross your body, and you can identify every kind of pain known to man. Because the alternative is dishonor worse than death. At 45, you stand at Thermopylae. The Persian army blocks out the sun, and you and your 300 brothers make jokes about fighting in the shade. King Leonidas stands tall, his voice calm as he refuses to surrender. Come and take them. The air crackles with the knowledge that this day will echo through history. You know this is your final exam. All the pain, the discipline, the relentless training, it was for this. To hold the line not just for Sparta, but for every Greek who ever doubted your city's might. You look around at your friends, men you've sweated and bled with for decades, and you realize the real legacy of Sparta isn't in muscle or scars, it's in brotherhood. You're not just fighting for yourself or even your homeland. You're fighting to show the world what sacrifice really means. As the arrows darken the sky and the battle rages, you fight with the calm certainty of a man who's already faced death 1,000 times and laughed. Your last thoughts aren't fear, they're pride. This stand, this sacrifice, will ignite the fires of resistance across Greece. Even as you fall, you know you'll live forever in story and legend. The lesson Sparta teaches is simple but immortal. Glory isn't in surviving at all costs. It's in showing the world how to live in, when your moment comes, how to die with honor, dignity, and a legacy that endures.